Hi everyone, and this is how you become an unpopular YouTube person. I'm going to talk about something and everybody needs to talk about it. If you're on my Facebook page, look for it. It's on my timeline. There's an event happening March 14th. It's a national walkout at 10 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and calculate from then. This is about the gun shootings, the school shootings. Actually, it's about more than that. It's not about politics. It really isn't. The children who are killed in these shootings, the innocent people in theaters who are killed, people going to a concert, 58, I believe was the number. It's getting way out of hand. It's so close to home, and every one of you probably don't realize how close to your home it's happening. Of course, unless you're in another country. Here in the United States, the guns outnumber the people. So yeah, that is very, very scary. Frankly, I care more about my granddaughters than I care about assault type rifles and bump stocks. There is no reason you don't go hunt with an assault rifle nor a bump stock. So I'm asking you, you can not agree with me, I don't care, that's fine. But I myself, my daughter, and my granddaughters will stand up for their rights. The congressmen and my senators have all been contacted. Not that they really care, but you know what? When it comes down to it, they should. It's their job. We pay their wages. They are our employees, believe it or not. Although they're acting like they're the employees of the lobbyists, including the NRA. Like I said, I don't care if you have guns or not. This is getting out of hand. An 8-year-old child brought a loaded gun to school today. And people are angry that he was arrested. Did they want to wait until he was a 12-year-old child, a 14-year-old child, a 17-year-old child, a 19-year-old? At what point they've got to, if they're going to do something like this, 8-year-olds are not stupid. Trust me. I have an 8-year-old granddaughter. And she knows better to go near a gun or even think to take one to school. We have a problem in the city where I live. I think it was national. There was a football player at the high school. Our town is so small, we have one high school. One high school for the whole city. And this boy had a wonderful future ahead of him. There were people from all over coming to watch him play. But he instead, before that football game, robbed an AT&T store, put a gun to a man's head, and then people around here want to call it an accident. As my daughter perfectly and very well said, I want to know, when you show me how I accidentally fall into an AT&T store, a gun accidentally falls into my hand, and then I accidentally stand up, run to the back of the store, and hold it to someone's head. Stop making excuses. This is our children. These are our future. Stop living in fear. It's time that we do something about this. I understand people have guns for hunting. And I understand you want to have a gun for protection. What, are you protecting yourself from your neighbor who has a gun, who has a 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 neighbor, a neighbor, a neighbor? They all have guns. What is this, shootout at the OK Corral? Seriously, you guys, let's stop and think about this. Let's do something about this. It's within our power. Look it up. March 14th. It's a national day. Um, and then I believe, if you Google, I can Google it, put it down below. There's also a gathering in Washington, D.C. of students and parents. And I believe it's on a Saturday. I believe March 24th. Let me see if that's a Saturday. Hang on. I'll be right back. There's a calendar behind me, but my event book, or my planner book is right here. March. Come on, March. I know I should have been better prepared. Yes. Saturday, March 24th. It says 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on the site. You can probably Google it. I had it. I've lost it. But these are the kids from Florida who have started this event. They've had it. Most people have had it. People who sit around and say, oh, but I must have my gun. I must have it. What about your children? Must you have them? Must you take care of your children and grandchildren? If you're smart, you have a safe, and you keep that gun in a safe. And better yet, you don't let those kids know where that safe is. And if they're teenagers, they have no business near a safe. Nor do they have a business with a key to that safe. Come on, guys. We can get this together. Let's save the next generation. Why are we allowing this to go on? Why was an 18-year-old child, or an 8-year-old, an 8-year-old child at school with a loaded gun in his backpack? Why? Let's think about that. Take some time to think about that. And people wonder, how do these things happen? Or, we'll pray about it. Let's have a moment of silence for those victims. Now, please tell me, if the shoes were on your feet and it was your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, the neighbor kid, how would you feel? Think about that. Much love all. Blessed be.